did I forget? Nope, I didn't. Okay.
Preston, what are you doing back here? All the way back to Sanctuary, the castle.
And sometimes you just gotta stretch those legs. Really, I shouldn't have it be an X. I should have like done over it. Oh, the knoll is still there. Dang it. Hey, Naps McGee. How's it going? Who do you vote for? Samus. Okay. One vote for Samus. Who do you want to vote for? Peach. Okay. One vote for Peach. Okay. So how's it going? I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to join, and not that I get too many people joining on these things, but still. Oh no. That really sucks. Hello, Maria Camilistanos too? Hmm. Nice. vanishes. Is not too great. No need to know the Gracias. Yeah, I'm not sure how to translate that. Hello. Movella? Okay, that's good. Who do you vote for? Movelia. However pronounce it. Uh-oh. Isabella. Oh man, it's a three-way tie. Movelia. Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this part's a little boring, waiting for the votes to come in. I know. You don't need to be the tiebreaker just yet. I'll be the tiebreaker if it comes to it. There's always one that I think it's probably a bot of some nature. So, there's that. Which, now I'm worried I'm going to be called to a Destiny 2 raid shortly. But we'll see. That is the question. Is who would I vote for? Naps McGee. I think we'll leave that as a surprise. We've got 7 minutes. 7 more minutes because I don't want to wait too long. Oh, Sea Spray might be joining soon, so she can be the tiebreaker if need be. It's more than one. I'm not going to comment. It's a three-way tie. Come vote. Nice. Yeah, I picked it up yesterday. I was walking by. I walked up to a Safeway and there was a GameStop nearby, so I walked over and grabbed it and started it, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not very far. Oh, yeah. Oop. I lost Naps McGee for a second. Nice. I finished. I haven't picked up Sun since I beat it back in December of last year. Ah, you're back. Okay, sweet. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow I might have a little bit of time to put the final touches. I need to cut out and put some pattern stuff on the fluke, and then I need to put the elastic in the waistband, and then put the last layer of scales over the top to hide the waistband and to have a nice little handle to pull stuff up. Novelia, yes, I'm making the monofin. I'm using a Finis foil as a base, and then doing an extension on it with some plastic siding material. 5 more minutes. Digital shadow. Can you hear the music, Naps? I'll probably turn up a little bit more. I know you can, Mavelia, because that's going straight from my computer. Like, it's not even coming out of my speakers. Awesome. I'm streaming to Instagram at the same time through my phone, and it has to go through the mic on the phone, so. Digital shadow. People seem to really like my Tomb Raider picks, so that's cool. Like, really like it. It's got like, let me look, on Instagram, 324 likes. Versus the picture I drew before that has 147, which I mean, that's nothing to complain about. Okay. Nice. Oh, I'm worried this raid's gonna start at like 10 o'clock tonight, and I'm not sure I can do that. Unless we can really hammer through it. Catch the digital shadow. Okay. So, 3 minutes. Let me plug it on Twitter one more time. Let me put the link. Nice. It's like, oh, I should do a story on Instagram, but I can't because I'm using my phone to stream, so that's okay. And it'll be right as I make a decision, someone will pop in and be like, I gotta vote. Really, I should set up a thing on Twitter and Instagram and let people vote throughout the day. That's what happens when you do impromptu. Not helping at all. Hey, Maria Calaman Santos 2. I'm not sure what you mean by question mark. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish or Portuguese. Nice. On the spell materials thing. Sorry, I was on a different window, so I couldn't see that right away. Okay. It is time. New canvas. Okay. I was hoping to have better. There we go. We gotta mute that though before. Okay. See what this is. You're gonna see in a second. I almost feel like save it Because I've drawn it. Okay. I have to go through a video because people haven't been posting pictures yet. Which might give it away. Perfect. But for now it's not perfect because it's rotating away. Got it. Okay. Oh shoot, I need to put that over here. Okay, now we're back. Ooh, half-sunk rope from half-sunk ship. Oh, Nola's back. It disappeared for a while and now it's back. We're gonna do that. We're gonna move that over and in. Okay. Make that bigger. Are we all good? Are we all good to go? I think we're good to go. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Whoa. Cancel. This one's going to be tricky. I need to put my tablet in a spot where I can draw comfortably. And I know as soon as I am knee deep into this. I'm going to get that invite for... Okay, no, it looks like people aren't joining in. Whew, okay. Like, I want to do the raid because that's like the only thing I haven't done in Destiny now. But you need 6 people, and getting 6 people together at once is a pain in the butt. Okay, what pose do I want to do? That's a tricky one. I should have been thinking about this earlier. Was that Natasha? That was Natasha. Alright, I've done that. Ah, no, stop it. And so you know, Movelia and Unaps McGee isn't since Instagram has added the split streaming, so you can live stream with more than one person. Just do the classic kind of swimming backwards sort of thing. I mean, that's cool, but there's a bug where I'm getting a null error. Well, it's saying null, so nobody is trying to join my stream. And it keeps popping up and making it look like people are typing stuff on it when nothing is happening. So it's very distracting. It's gonna be tricky. Yeah, it's just kind of like, oh. Don't worry about the face shit quite yet. I need to get the whole pose in. This is gonna be tricky because this will probably give it away, as the one I chose is very stylized. My voice is my violence. It's frozen tears, and no more will be silence. This soften God's song in our ear. Please stand tall, sons of the snow. Sorry, you guys gotta listen to my probably terrible singing. Yeah, well, I don't want to belt it out because then that would be really loud. I don't really have an in-between. Because I don't want to like blow out anyone's eardrums with my terrible singing. Plus, when I have belted out, I have very... I think baritone is the right one to use in this situation. Oh, it's very low. Because that's how I can expectorate the best. That's a fancy word.
That's the right word.
Yeah. Close enough.
Sure, that means like spit.
No, no, no. Expectorate means to. Well, let's look it up. I mean, spitting could be involved.
I mean, I could.
Expectorate. Cough or spit out phlegm. Okay, so.
I was right.
Oh, nice. That actually would be an extremely fun role to do. So, Movelia, since you can't read this, Naps McGee on Instagram said they got a call back. What I meant is, I can project my voice when it's lower when I sing. But Naps McGee's got a callback for their school production of Little Mermaid playing Ursula, and that's like, that would be a super fun role, in my opinion. Not that I could pull it off, but I would give it a hell of a try. But it, like, that one would be fun. I kind of regret, and this didn't occur to me till I was drawing Lara Croft last night, is I could have freaking drawn Ursula for the Little Mermaid anniversary birthday thing that everyone was posting about, because I was just like, I really don't want to draw Ariel. Just, I would only do it for the likes and whatnot, so I really wasn't enthused. Yeah, it's 28, so it's not really that big of an anniversary. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save that Ursula for later. Oop, Iron Skin's coming out. Because yeah, Little Mermaid's not my favorite either. Definitely not in my top 5 Disney movies. Maybe top 10. I don't know. I never really sat down and ranked them out. Shoot, my top movie's not even a Disney movie. It's freaking How to Train Your Dragon. The first one. Like, I know it's not the best movie in the world, but I freaking love it, and it speaks to me, so... And if I had to pick a non-animated movie for a favorite movie... Kind of white ears. That would probably be Princess Bride. Oh. Yeah, that is interesting. Well, thank you. I wholly recommend checking out Miracle of Sound. He's on Spotify. And his music is absolutely excellent. And since he's opened up a Patreon, he's allowing people, so long as they credit it, which you can't see on Instagram, but on YouTube in my description, it has a link to his YouTube channel and his Patreon. I should include a link to his profile on iTunes as well. And he's on Bandcamp and everywhere where you get your music, but great variety, and it's just I mean, Little Mermaid has, in my opinion, a far more important role historically in animation than it does in actual quality. even though its quality is a huge step compared to what animation was accomplishing before it, and paved the way for what came after, because it paved the way for the arguably superior Beauty and the Beast. But without Little Mermaid and really any of the previous Disney films. But especially Little Mermaid, because it marked the beginning of the Disney Renaissance. He's got the tiniest eyebrows, my goodness.
Who? Oh.
I'm waiting for people to figure out. Hello, Nakayama Makakeno. 1472. I sure hope I said that right.
You butchered it, but good job.
Nakayama kind of. Yeah, I butchered it. I'm not. I apologize.
But you sure gave it a try.
I gave it a try. Yeah, no, Little Mermaid signified the beginning of the Disney Renaissance. Renaissance. It's when they stopped doing animal films. Because you realize what came before it was it's a mouse one, not the Rescuers. The Sherlock Holmes one came right before it. I'm gonna save this. Yes, The Great Mouse Detective. Which, I mean, is pretty good in its own right.
It's just a very weird
it's basically, it marks the end of Disney not having oversight, because once Walt died, there was a lot of, well, what would Walt do, and basically leaving it up to the animators, who were just like, I mean, they were focused on doing the best they could and making an artistic thing, but they didn't have anyone being like, we have to have a budget in mind, it needs to be this length. They didn't have restrictions so much. And the greatest example of that is The Black Cauldron. Is an insanely expensive movie that just it flopped. It's to the point where Disney refuses to recognize that it's a Disney movie. But that kind of... It really wasn't that. It was just a mess. And it's because of that movie that Don Bluth left. Because he was like, I can't do this. Which... history has a special place for Don Bluth. Animation history. I don't blame the guy either, but it's like he left. I mean, he did some good stuff, but a lot of his stuff is just messed up, man.
It's the stuff that scarred you.
I have repressed several of his movies from my memory, and when they have come back, it has been... Ooh. Yes, no, his good films are great, like Anastasia, Titan AE, I mean, that one's flawed. All Dogs Go to Heaven, yeah, that one's good, it's also terrifying, at some points. Land Before Time, which is funny, because Land Before Time, even though it's Don Bluth, it's not actually a Don Bluth film, because it's a LucasArts film. Back when they tried their hand at animation. He just was heavily involved in the project. And we saw what that spawned. Many, many, many sequels. But also a gorgeous movie. Also heartbreaking. Yeah, Pebble the Penguin. I actually haven't seen that one, but I mean, that's to the point where Don Bluth refuses to put his name on that film. Of course she does. Of course she does. I'm not going to go into it because this is a public stream. Rockadoodle.
Oh God.
I'm not. I don't know if that's Don Bluth.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It probably is.
Was at least involved.
Yeah. The one that everyone's like, oh yeah, that's totally Don Bluth. It isn't actually. Is um, We're Back, a dinosaur story or whatever it's called.
Because it's so Don Bluthy.
It is extremely Don Bluthy. But it's not. Oh. But speaking of movies that are kind of terrible, surprising, like learning in the history on this one, The Lion King has no right in being as good as it is, because it was the B movie to Pocahontas. So like the B team at Disney was working on it, and if you're done with Pocahontas or whatnot, you go work on Lion King, and people just did not want to work on it. Is it Katzenberg? Jeff Katzenberg was in charge, and he hated animated movies, and it was kind of like he was only. I mean, Jeff Katzenberg is a big reason why Disney is a success, because he would sit down and just be like, no, it's not good enough. But of course, he's also the one that thought the if I hate animation. So Katzenberg came from a yeah, sorry. No, as it took me a second to I didn't read the thing before that. Came from Broadway before that. So he's also a big influence on like The Little Mermaid and whatnot, including what made me choose Peach is because she got the most votes after what's it called? Lara Croft last night, and I knew if Annie Geetz and Dragonkin were on the stream, that's who they would vote for. So that was the deciding factor. But that leaves two for next time to choose from. But no, sorry, as I was saying, yeah, no, he had a history in Broadway, and so he's one of the big influences of bringing the Broadway style to Disney movies, which is what The Little Mermaid is basically set up as, Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, and all that. And he was also a big proponent on bringing The Lion King to Broadway, which is still a very successful musical on Broadway. So, but I believe right now he's working. He's leading. No, he's no longer leading DreamWorks. He was let go when they were bought out by Hasbro. So I don't know what he's doing now. So he's like, he really doesn't like animation, but he's got good business sense. But up until The Lion King, people really didn't take him seriously, and like bringing Elton John in for The Lion King was like this weird decision, and like the story was a mess, and the script had been rewritten like 4 times by different writers. And when you get all that sort of stuff, yeah, this is looking a little weird, but we'll fix it out. I don't want it because that's supposed to be like a heart, and we're gonna... it's... Because Scar was never a good leader. Oh, hello, Wardina. Is being able to give inspirational speeches and whatnot, and planning coups is a very different skill than running a kingdom. I need to figure out. But like apparently like Timon and Pumbaa weren't brought in till like after the final script was written, when they're like, we need more comic relief in this movie. And it was like, well, how about these two characters that we just came up on the spot, like in interviews? Yeah, we came up with them in like an afternoon. And it works so well. Man, Peach, what is your hair?
Good question.
Polygons. That's what it is. Pretty much. I mean, considering who voices them. Hello, Leo XL? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And then it's funny because it's like, oh well, that's the B team and whatnot, and then Pocahontas comes out, and it's kind of like, it's all right.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. Trying to make her hair look a little less polygonal. Which, I mean, in the Mario style, it looks fantastic, but I'm not drawn in Mario style. I'm drawn in my style. But also trying to keep that shape. It's a little difficult. Yeah, I mean, their designs are a little similar, like their faces and whatnot, and that's Nintendo for you. No, I've got something in mind for Samus. I've wanted to draw Samus for a while, and I will probably not draw her a lot like what you normally see, because there's a few artistic interpretations. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd draw the Varia suit. That's gonna be fun though. Later is Super Metroid 4 is coming to the Switch. I hope they re-release the Trilogy Collection. On the Switch. That would be really nice. Then I could replay it all. Hey, King Day. This is a weird choice for a swimsuit, but it still looks cute, so we're gonna run with it. Freaking gem there. Let's kind of clean that up a little bit. Do 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 do. Hey, Faris Sharzel. Shars1? I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, whistling's probably bad. Sorry about that. Robot tail would be cool. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. I've seen some renditions on that before. I'm just like... mechanical stuff doesn't work underwater very well. I feel like she's got a fairly long torso. I know I'm not thinking futuristically enough, but yeah, but underwater cameras can be completely sealed without any actuating parts. So when you start getting those actuating parts that require bearings and pistons and hydraulics, that you start running into problems with corrosion, because water is an extremely corrosive environment to things that are metal and electricity. I'll make the tail a little bigger. I like them bigger tails. I had to draw one that was smaller earlier. Yeah. But those aren't meant to last a super long time. Also, it's... yeah. I mean, it's not impossible, it's just you get something that needs to propel someone through the water. I mean, the tail is different. It'd be a lot easier just to strap a little a thing with a bunch of propellers on it, as the underwater scooters they have would be far more efficient. But yes, I mean, future, it's, yes, we've got this special metal that doesn't rust. I mean, we do have special metals that don't rust. We got stainless steel. It's just, the tensile strength of stainless steel is not super great. Rubber exterior. Problem with rubber is as it moves, it flexes and breaks down. Also, salt water will make that rubber stiffen really fast. That's why full rubber wetsuits require a heck of a ton of maintenance. Or not wetsuits, dry suits require a heck of a ton of maintenance. And specific drying and careful handling. Like, it's not impossible. It's just, it requires... It'd be easier to strap on a propeller to someone. Oh yeah, freaking Super Mario Odyssey had mermaids in it, now that I'm remembering. Trying to think. Well, Movelli, this probably... Yeah, and the thing is, I'm going current day technology. My work requires me to be a little bit up to date on industrial science at the moment, which is well, that's the reason. Like, yeah, magic can do whatever. The tide generators, even though that's such a good idea, it requires so much maintenance till we make a few more advances in just the salt water destroying everything. Tidal generators, which is why wind is still preferred, because it requires significant less amount of maintenance. What was I gonna look up? Oh yeah, Super Mario Odyssey. Sorry about that. Movelli is talking about making a robot tail for mermaids, and then I'm just like, well, let's see, mermaids. I'm not sure what XD Gale of Darkness is. I want images. Oh, they really don't have much of any images of them. Freaking Nintendo, you've gotta... Oh, and then I'm getting into the weird stuff. Let's scroll back up. Thanks, Google Images. Now I'm looking at them. Visit. Make sure I mute that. Yep. Pause. Yeah, I don't think I'll base... Oh, maybe I'll base... No, that's gonna be a... That would be too much work. Is there a princess fish?
Probably.
Let's see if there's a princess fish. Images. Nope. Peach fish. Yeah, I found one. Peach fish. Yeah, that's not a good looking fish. Also, that's a bunch of different fishes that are just peach colored. Yeah, we'll mix something up. We'll figure it out. Wow. But no, Super Mario Odyssey is a fantastic little game. I quite like it. I can move her over a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that not having a Switch would make it a little difficult to play. Here. Just kind of need a. And I just pulled a little bit of a gopher right there and whistled when I had said an S word. Her face is looking. Her eyes need to come down a little bit. Kind of walk around. There. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Move the mouse. I did not do too bad of a job in terms of getting the eye spacing just right at that angle. Oh, I was fighting with that earlier today. Okay. I want to add one more thing. Thank you. Yeah. Kind of a little juxtaposition against the Lara, sorry. mermaid. I am American. Well, it's just I follow a British lady named Laura, who also has a British accent. So, yeah, I know more Lauras than Laras. Yeah, I'm basing this off her Super Mario Odyssey outfit. Mirror of the sound. Clean these up. Little flowers. Lays. Oh, oh yes. I freaking I freaking love the champion in Sun and Moon. That's like that point right there pretty much cemented Sun and Moon being either my favorite or second favorite Pokemon game. Oh, yeah, like Gold and Silver definitely is either my first or second. I'm still it's probably my most favorite because I have replayed it more. I have yet to play Sun. And by the looks of it, Ultra Sun and Moon is going to be sort of a replay, so that'll be cool. Hopefully it just runs better. That's my biggest complaint about Sun and Moon is the frame rate. Gets pretty bad at times, and that's it just not that it should matter because gameplay doesn't depend on frame rate, but it's just kind of one of those things that is so I'm hoping I haven't gotten too far in Ultra Sun. I'm hoping they fix that a lot more now that they had a little more time and practice and whatnot. And it seems to be running a little better. But we'll see once I get into my first double battle, because that's where it chugged. but I freaking love the story. I love the characters. I love the champion battle. Like, it was one of the brightest parts of 2016 for me. It's pretty much, the whole game itself is pretty much a celebration of Pokemon. And Pokemon, I think I might have talked about this before, but I don't know if you guys were here or not. It's it's one of the few games in which, oh shoot, I've got 2 minutes left in the Instagram and I'll start it up again. The few games in which it's celebrated, I mean, Pokemon and the culture set up in it. It's a celebration when you beat it that you're the next generation and you're surpassing your peers or your elders. And it's a thing to be celebrated and like with the champion battles, it's not I've got to beat this to save the world. It's I'm doing this because it's to show how much I've grown and how good I am, and you just don't. I mean, you do fight the teams and save. I mean, increasingly in the Pokemon games, saving the world, but that's not the greatest and final achievement in the game. That's just on the road to get there. Oh man, this thumb is giving me... Okay, I'm gonna restart the Instagram stream 1 second. Hey, Napsmiggy. Hey, Swishy Chick. His hand's all messed up. Yep, Peach won this time. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, well, and I was thinking, sorry, we're talking about Pokemon. Yeah, I used to not bother, but on hands. Sorry, I'll get back to you, Movelia. But Swishy Chick, I used to not bother with hands, and then one of the artists I follow says, you know what? Sometimes it's better to draw hands bad than not to draw them at all. And so I've kind of taken that to heart, and by challenging myself, and sometimes accepting, the hands are drawn bad, but I am drawing hands significantly better than I was a year ago. So, she's not wearing any bracelets, but I feel like she should be. Yeah, Andrea, your vote had counted as an absentee ballot because it was a three-way tie. And I figured, well, if Andrea is here, I know who she'd vote for. So you were the honorary absentee tiebreaker. Yeah, I mean, you just got to work your way there. The only way to get better at hands is practice, sadly. Because it would be so nice if I could just one day be like, I'm good at drawing hands. Which, funnily enough, I am impressed how well I can draw feet. I mean, I do not draw them perfectly, but compared to hands, I draw them much better. And that's funny for a person that mostly draws mermaids. Umbrella. Yeah, I'm actually drawing an outfit of hers from Super Mario Odyssey, in which she does not have the umbrella. But I will keep that in mind if. No, why do you keep requesting? Okay, so back to you, Movelia, on YouTube. Um, I was expecting actually that after you beat the Kahuna challenge and whatnot, that you would because there was building sites all over in each of the major cities in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I was expecting you'd have to go and beat each of the gym, like all the gyms throughout all of the cities, and then do the Elite Four as like a post game thing, and not just be like, oh nope, Elite Four, go. Which I like. I freaking love the Elite Four sequence. All right. Ugh. I thought that would have been pretty fun, but maybe we'll get that. And no, it wouldn't be the same people. It would. Well, I think it would be a combination of the island Kahunas and some other new people. Yeah, I never really did much of the community center side quests in Stardew Valley. Man, why can't... Ah, there we are. I don't know why we haven't done an art trade. Probably because we really haven't talked much, Swishy Check. That's probably why. I actually might be up for an art trade. DM me about it, and we can talk about it. Yes, I do like, because I will freaking have you draw pomegranate, no questions asked. Because I love seeing people's interpretations of her. Oh no! Yeah, I missed out on that. I was helping my sister hang a headboard and poster, and by poster I mean a poster taped to a heavy piece of, not plywood, because plywood would have been a lot lighter, but some sort of wood that was very heavy. Well, I mean, some of the elite. Sorry, back to Movelia. Some of the Elite Four were previous Kahunas, but there was at least one new one. At least I didn't run into her. Ah, yeah, I'm not one for being upfront and asking for art trades. So, yes. So, okay. Yeah, no, I got all my tools out at my sister's place, and I look at my phone, it says, Annie Geets is streaming on Facebook, and I was just like, dang it. Ah, sorry. That's what happens when I'm out of the thing. I'm gonna... She's got a thing in her. She's got a flower in her hair. The inspiration for my tales would be a combination between my wife, Rel, which I wholly recommend following her on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere people post art, pretty much. Rheill. If you look through my gallery on the pictures that are way better than what I draw, those are usually hers. That and Jackie Musto, the KMP lady on Instagram, and that's where I got the inspiration for the long, powerful tail. Also the back fins. So I was so happy when she opened up commissions, just like the day of. I was just like, I want one. Slam money on the table. I freaking love her style. Goldie. That's one of your characters, right? Because your characters are named after colors, sort of. Let's see about this umbrella. Ah, yes. Get the circle. I need a better picture of Peach's umbrella. Umbrella. I mean, I guess it is more of a parasol. So kind of. Yeah, this helps balance the. Yeah. See, I had Incineroar, so I had to deal with Primarina. Don't do that to me. Okay. Bum, ba, dum, bum. Oh, he's still here. Naps McGee's gone. That's okay. No one is required to just stay and watch. I'm just curious. Dun, dun, na, 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 na. So, kind of. This is where it gets difficult. Is the inside. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, short tails are cool. It just, I mean, Peach here has a shorter tail, but it's still pretty dang long. But yeah, just I totally recommend following Jackie Musto Dirt KNP because her art is awesome and her designs heavily influenced my own. And yes, before you ask, I have asked her for permission on the back fins and well, mostly the back fins because that's really a thing I've only seen her do. Long tails, I've seen those before, but she knows that Kiki, her character, is a huge inspiration to me. I think so? Let me check. But yeah, I posted the commission. Swishy chick. Nope, I don't think that's the one. Try to figure out which one you commented on. Oop. Nope. I've got Instagram open in my browser. The problem with Instagram on the browser is can't see messages. Although they just instituted watching stories, so I'm hoping you can watch lives on the browser because that would help me a lot. Because then, oh, the one on her page. Yeah, that's possible. That's probably I haven't. I should check to see how much stuff. 3 comments. Oh yeah, that is the one on your page. 87 likes, not too bad on hers. I wish more people followed her because her art is so good. Way better than mine. I have a theme. So that makes it a lot easier to follow. Yep, but yeah, you commented on hers. And Jackie Musso is not my wife. Just to put that clear. Oop, oop, wrong brush. Umbrella! Yep, I was just like, it's kind of missing something. Yeah, I'm not liking that up. Which there's nothing wrong not having a theme. That's oh. Usually the first time I'm over onto YouTube now when I do the Elite Four. I have so many freaking revives when I go and do that. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, I'm glad I made your day, Andrea. Oh, see the parasol. I was just like, it's kind of boring over there. And this really balances out the picture. Yeah. Which is what's stopping you other than watching me right now? I've had someone come on my stream and be like, draw skinnier mermaids, and I'm just like, you can. I'd actually, when I don't draw pomegranate, I usually draw skinnier mermaids. With Peach right here, I mean, I've given her a little bit of a tongue, but still, she's got her tail bent up, and everyone usually has a little bit of a belly when they do that. There's nothing wrong with having a tummy. Okay. There we are. Oh, that's turned out pretty well. I need to clean up the head area a bit. It's kind of a mess. Okay. I gotta get hurrying. I'm still feeling that people are gonna want me to join the raid for Destiny 2. They'll have to wait though, so I can finish this. Because I started this first. I really haven't gotten... right now, I have one layer. Just for the sketch so far. And I'm probably not gonna go and line art this just because that's a lot of work. So I just kind of clean it up, and then I will have one layer for the base color, and then I will have a lot of layers for the shading and background. I used to not be that way, but since I got Procreate for the iPad, so when I'm on the road, it's such a hassle to switch between layers with that, because you have limited screen space and whatnot. So it basically forced me to put all my base color on one layer, which has like exponentially sped up the amount of time it takes for me to do a picture. So yeah, it's crazy. But the commission I did the other day, which no, commissions aren't open for me, everyone listening. This is for an old friend, and so it's a personal interaction. Yeah, well, you gotta, I mean, in the end, because I do my shading with a multiply and an overlay layer, and my background. Yes, you do have missions. Open. So yeah, check out, I mean, everyone that's in the stream, minus Movelia, who's on a different stream, and who doesn't have an Instagram. Do you have an Instagram, Movelia? I think we might have talked about this. Yeah. So, I don't know if Swishy Chick has a Tumblr. I think you do. I think I've seen your art on Tumblr. Tumblr. Freaking The Life as a Mermaid series, season 3 has a Jacques Cousteau joke that tickled me, because my dad is a huge Jacques Cousteau fan, because he used to do a lot of diving in his youth. And I do not know how to dive, because it's very expensive. Right, he sold all his equipment. I was going to clean up the hair. I've kind of gone back and forth on that. Yeah, well, when I do the underwater stuff, that's when it gets crazy for me on my layers. I should really work on using the boomerang method, but that requires sitting around and figuring it out. I mean, what I would do is try stuff out and go with what you like, is really, in terms of art, is do with what makes you do the best and you're comfortable with. Hence why I almost exclusively draw mermaids. It's what I do best and what I'm most comfortable with. So I should challenge myself some more. I do want to do some more Halo fan art. That was fun. It's just I need to be able to sit down and study. Which, really what I should, I think that's probably her. Novelia. Probably do some Vera suit. Oh, like, I totally get you on the whole really wanting to draw a comic. I so want to make Pomegranate starting to comic, but I worry that once I commit myself to it, I'm instantly gonna, because when I do this, a lot of times I instantly get bored doing it as soon as I commit. And I don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna keep having fun with it. Oh. I am not gonna do a Mermaster Chief. It just doesn't really line up. I would rather just draw Master Chief. Really, what I want to draw is ODSTs, because they're my favorite part. I like their armor the best whenever I play Halo. As soon as I get the ODST helmet, that's the one I have. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do a Mermaster Chief. So. But yeah, that's kind of how I felt when I started with tail making. Is nothing against you, Andrea, and I'm hopefully going to work on it tomorrow. Today just turned out to be quite a bit busier than planned this afternoon. So, but Annie here, a Swissy chick, Annie here's the one I'm making a mermaid tail for, which you've probably seen my interesting method. I know, it's not like you can swim in it right away. I mean, you could actually, well, not till next Sunday, so. Which, hey, that's Adam that said Mermaster Chief. No wonder. Yeah, so. Okay. Yeah, that's actually pretty dang good. I'll do those. Alright. I don't know. I'm going between two different, well, I'm looking at like 3 different screens at once. Makes it a little tricky. What? I will make it a little more pink. I was like, I could make her tail the same color as Pomegranate's, but I'll go a little more pink. I don't need to be that lazy. And maybe a little darker though than the rest of her pink, because that's pretty much her pink. I don't want it to blend in with everything. I haven't been keeping up on Tumblr, so I'll have to go check that out. As I have not had a ton of time to go through all my feeds and whatnot, and Tumblr is the most daunting of all of them for me. I need to go through and purge some followers. Or purge who I'm following. Got to clean it up. Okay, so my tails are definitely not craft foam. They are neoprene. I follow you on Instagram. I might follow you on Tumblr, but I don't know because I'm not super up to date on the Toombles. Yeah, no. I've done my research. I don't know if you know or talk to Mermaid Wesley or Mermaid Wisty. She's been my main point of contact on places to research and whatnot. So, yeah, no. A guy I follow, Gregory Carswell, he's used a similar method to mine, and he won't answer me if he used craft foam or something, and it worries me, but I haven't seen him use the tail, so... And he's still alive. Yep, Anita's also my other contact for going through on the early days of figuring out. I need to do a layer so I can see the skin. So I like putting down a crazy back layer. Oh, no problem. Yeah, I kind of know what's going on with her, but this is not the place to talk about it. But last I heard, she's doing better. So. That's good, but yeah. But I don't pry because that's not my business. But Wesley and I talk pretty often, so. Okay. Novelia, that will help when I go through your thing. Gift or gifts? Okay, that will help a lot. Yeah. No, she's a little skeptical on my method because, which I mean, she's more than capable. Well, it's more than okay to be skeptical on the fabric scale method, but I use a swimsuit liner as the base instead of a neoprene base because that gets really freaking expensive, and she's worried that it's, which is a legit worry, that it's gonna stretch out really quick. And I'm not too worried because the neoprene is also measured to the right size. So the neoprene is also holding it in. Program? Oh, I use Clip Studio Paint Pro. Here, when I'm on my iPad, I use Procreate. On the iPad, it's not nearly as clean because the pen isn't nearly as accurate as the tablet I'm using on my main computer, but it gets the job done. Oh, I fully I used to do it on Photoshop. Used to do drawings on Photoshop because my wife has a legit copy of Photoshop that I can use. And I still have Photoshop, which is great for color correcting underwater videos and photos. Like, holy cow. That is a nice program. I haven't, I've heard great things about Paint Tool Sai. I just have never gotten around to it, to using it. But yeah. Lost sensitivity there for a second. I know. I don't know, my computer's been behaving a little weird today. While I was drawing earlier, the screens did the same thing to you where it just reset itself.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, that yours did last night.
Yeah, it must be some update, I don't
know. Yeah. Yes, and this is a lot more friendly than Photoshop. It's got brush smoothing, which is just absolutely wonderful. It makes it's why my lines are, even though it's a sketch, are pretty dang. I mean, I do a lot of cleanup on them, but on Photoshop, it's a lot messier. The animation tools on this are really good, but the version I have... Okay. I will keep that in mind, Cam. Or... Movelia. Yeah, well, Photoshop is not designed for drawing. It just happened to work as a drawing tool very well. It's not designed for photoshopping photos and whatnot. And Adobe is now just within the past year starting to work on making tools more drawing friendly. It's a gold. Yeah, right there. Yep. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ways to do line art, and this is just the way that works best for me. Like I say, there's no wrong way to draw a mermaid, even though I've been proven wrong on that now. Which... Ugh. Well, art schools like using Photoshop because Adobe gives a lot of schools basically free licenses for their students. But also a lot of places use Photoshop because they bought an it's not industrial, it's I want to say it starts with an E. Oh, don't bring up fin legs, Andrea. I'm trying to drink and forget. It's a bluish green. It's really saturated. Right there. Okay. I sort of did. See, do you use vectors for doing your lines? I've tried that before and it takes me... I really should practice it more, is the answer.
I've been enjoying actually drawing in those.
Yeah. No, I can see it. It's learning the tools. And I'm happy with what I'm doing right now. Which, Clip Studio Paint, you can actually draw with vectors. You just make a vector layer, and then all your tools just work that way, which is super nice. I need to try that more, actually. I'm not going to right now. Yeah, Photoshop has a lot of its names copyrighted. Like, Photoshop is a copyrighted name, but it's kind of impossible to enforce at this point.
But they do get upset if you use it as a verb.
Yep. You're not supposed to use it as a verb. Is that photoshopped? No, it has been altered with Adobe Photoshop software. That's what you're supposed to say. But, oh. So, okay, we're gonna take a detour. So, so fin legs. So we're gonna, so you got your mermaid. Whoop. And you got that. So you got your tail. And by fin legs, come up. You kind of got these weird leggy things that have fins on the end, and they scare me. Yes, digitally altered with Adobe Photoshop sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I mean by fin legs in... Ugh, okay. I guess I haven't seen the movie, but boy, I do. Well, I have like when people talk about fin legs, like thinking of Aquaman, where you just got flippers on your toes, which is totally fine. Yes, insert disgusted face. Exactly. And as someone that's like, oh, there's no wrong way to draw a mermaid, I'm just like, I've been proven wrong, but I'm not gonna go out and tell people you can't do that, because, I mean, to be granted, they draw them a lot better than I just did, but still. I've seen it a couple times, and I want to unsee. I have no clue what a hippocamp is, but I'll take your word for it. I could probably look it up, but I'm coloring. It's in between. Okay, so kind of like a Kelpie. Okay, but with okay, I think I know what you're talking about now. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah. I would sooner draw a mermaid with a human butt than... Because I can understand that, because sometimes you're like, you know what, I just want a human butt in this photo.
No legs.
But no legs. Because I understand being like, I really don't want to draw legs. I get that. I'll have to take a closer look at your stuff, because I don't remember it being... Like, I guess I can understand that concept. In terms of whatnot. Oh no. I know about that. I wish I didn't know about that. The porn tale. Hello, Dr. Rock Mafia. Welcome to a subject I'm not sure I'm comfortable talking about. I have no clue what story you're talking about, Movelia. I... Okay, it's like I gotta catch up while you're saying swishy chick. I wasn't reading. Wait, put too much thought into an anime because most merms have legs fused together, and that scares me. Yeah, I can understand that. I can see that. I've basically taken the stance where I'm not going to worry about mermaid anatomy. That's a rabbit hole. And I'll let other people I don't want people to tell me how to draw mermaids, and I won't tell other people how to draw mermaids. Because I have had people tell me how to draw mermaids, and... I will not tell them it's wrong. It's just, it creeps me out. I will not comment being like, that is wrong. I'm just... Oop, that is the wrong... That's the difference, is I still, even though I disagree, I did that on the wrong order. I need to do... She's got blue eyes. Very blue. Thank you. No, because there's subject zeros, EVA unit, whatever the numbers are after that on DeviantArt is, as far as I'm concerned, been the longest. To this day, he talks about how you should draw mermaids on DeviantArt. And he was the first guy that pissed Reina off about the real mermaids don't have knees. Which is, like, I can understand that you'd prefer mermaids not to have knees, but when it's people in costumes, like, what you gonna do about that? People have got knees. Also, mermaids aren't real, so you can draw them however you want, even if they've got fin legs. Got a very... I use the same pink as her tail. I didn't want to use... No, maybe... Nope, it's a different pink. I want to make it a little brighter, though. E? No, W is the one I want. Exactly! How to draw mermaids. Whatever makes you happy. And that is the best way to draw a mermaid. Now I'll make it a little darker. Well, let's get a skin. There. Peach has crazy lips. I just want everyone to know that. Crazy lips and tiny, tiny eyebrows. But she's a princess. Also a Nintendo character. And not real. Fill up the ash. Here's some eyelashes, because she definitely has those eyelashes. Yeah, people can draw merms with private bits. That's their prerogative. I'm not going to. That's good. I'm slightly jealous, mostly because this week I talked to a bunch of indoor pools in our area, and they're all pretty much, yeah, no. Oh, gazing to the ocean of the sky. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, we've got like 3 pools in the area that are open in the winter that aren't hotel pools, and all the hotels are very much, if you either rent out the whole pool for $200 to $300 for a party, and that's for like 2 hours, or you have someone staying in the room. Yeah, I have no clue what the anatomically correct portions are for a shark, and I don't think I'm going to look that up because I'm scared. Yeah, that's basically the one place that'll do it, is 1 day a week on Sunday mornings. So... And even then, when I talked to the pool manager, I didn't have the heart to say that it was adults, because she was assuming it was going to be my daughter, and I don't have a daughter. My phone anxiety that day was absolutely terrible. So I figured, well, that's the start. That's true, but yeah, once I get her tail done, um, if you guys are gonna go test it out without me or anything, just give the Valley one's the only one that will even make the exception on Sunday mornings. Um, just give them a call just to make sure, and they'll probably be fine with it. Is I understand the reasoning is for children. It's some of that they've actually she's talking about is they had an issue where um a kid couldn't get back without panicking, and so they had a little incident there. They just went out too far and then kind of panicked. And then the other issue is they've had a kid get whacked pretty hard with a monofin. So they're just like, yeah, we don't want to deal with that. And like, understandable. I'm not gonna. That's a huge liability case. Right, so I'm being lazy. I'm actually doing another layer for Peach's umbrella just because it's easier. Hello, Anime World official page. Thank you. Official, Anime World official. It's official. Yeah. Highlining. But thank you for the comment. This is actually turning out really well. I'm pretty happy with it. Which means it's gonna get like a quarter of the amount of likes that everything else does. Actually, that's true. Some of my favorite stuff is my most popular, so.
But which came first? Which came first? If it was popular or you liked it?
Me liking it. So, the pool noodle one I really liked, and that one's really popular. The small one I really like. It is not popular at all. Yep. Do I clip the shading? I'm not sure what you mean by clip the shading. I cheat on shading. I will tell you that. I use a multiply layer and a soft brush, or an airbrush. It's super fast. It is super.
If they're using clips the way I think they are, I think that means go all the way to black.
Oh no, I do not go all the way to black.
That's at least the other term.
Ah. What? Through the Fire? I don't even own that song. Let me look. Through the Fire and the Flames. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna stop this. Thanks for letting me know on that. No music currently running. So on my YouTube, I have the music that's playing scrolling on the bottom. No music is playing. Okay, let me restart my thing. Hopefully I don't have to restart the music. Hey, see, I have got my commission as my wallpaper. I freaking love it. There we go. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Right there. 22. It's so cold. Sorry, Wrong color. Copyrights. Yeah, well, copyrights, but also the guy that does these songs, that's one of his stipulations for using it in streams, is just make sure people know what it is and have a link to his YouTube channel and his Patreon, which on my YouTube stream, it does. Instagram stream, not so much, but I can't, well, I don't do any monetization on my YouTube, so. Boop. Oh, okay, so you think I'm crazy doing like one layer for base color. A lady I follow on Tumblr, but she doesn't do live streams anymore, which is really sad. She does her color on the same layer as her line art. It's insane. I'll do that. No, I've been very careful on what songs I use. I'm not a huge fan. Well, I do like this song, but it's gonna confuse me. Is I have all my stuff from OC Remix, which is not copyrighted. I have all the artists and whatnot in my description because that's what they ask. And then Miracle of Sound is the other one I have. I need to get more music so there's a little more variety, but I haven't sat down and done it. But yeah, no, I can't just have Spotify running. I could do it if it had it on Twitch, but my audience doesn't have a lot of Twitch accounts, and YouTube is a nice little thing. Okay. Oh, free copyright sound. I'll keep that in mind. I do want to start what I say when I do want to start. I need to start while I'm doing this recording these so I can, because on Procreate it's nice. Sorry, I'm kind of scatterbrained at the second. Procreate's nice because it has it'll save the process video. Yep. Yeah, no, Spotify, okay, so Twitch, the cool thing about Twitch versus YouTube is Twitch will mute after it's processed the stream, so while you're streaming, it won't mute it. Sorry. But once you finish the stream and it processes for viewing later, it stops muting. As far as I understood it, I could be wrong. But YouTube will mute it while you're streaming. So I'm glad I looked that up before the first time I did that. Oh, geez. Which is strange because I watch a lot of artists stream on YouTube. Or not on YouTube, on Spotify. Or not on Spotify, on Twitch. And they use Spotify. And it hasn't muted them. But I don't know. So yeah, that is turning out pretty dang good. Not too bad without any lines, but I'm not going to paint. Okay. So, zoom out. Right there. Okay, so that, make 2 new layers. Yeah. And there's playlists on Spotify that you can use that won't trigger that, but most of the songs on that I really don't like. So yeah. It's a free, no copyright sound. I will keep that in mind. So I do a multiply layer. I like doing this dark red that I've chosen that you can't see. Brush tool. Soft. Or airbrush. 60? Yeah. I just go. Oop, I forgot stuff. Okay, well, we'll stop what we're doing right there. Forgot her freaking same color as her lips. Oop. Webbed fingers. Webbed fingers are always fun. Up. I got 2 minutes. Alright, have a good night. I've got 2 minutes left in the Instagram stream. I'll start it over for people once I get these web hands. Okay, got that, and then I forgot to do those. We'll just make these pearls. Okay, so Instagram only lets me stream for an hour straight, and then I have to restart the stream over. So, but it gives me a 2-minute warning, so I'm gonna swap that over real quick. Alright. You wanna... It's got a yellow center. We'll make it a little more orange. Oh, W is what I want. Awesome. I want a purple, because he's got a little purple tint on the end. Violet. Go around. Beautiful. Welcome back, Andrea. Yeah, saving's gonna be a little bit, I think, but should be soon. Alright, so back to the shading. Oop. Oh. Second, we gotta. I had a little paint on the wrong layer. Back pencil. Cover that up. There we are. Okay. Back to shading. Right. Okie dokie. Oop. And this turned out way better than it had any right to be. That's good. Much rather turn out better than worse. Hello, Logan Neptune? Logan Neptune. I'm not gonna. Sorry, I apologize already. We're probably messing that up or trying to make it funny when it's not really something to be funny. I was just confused for a second and I scared him away. But I do best. I will keep that in mind. I'm not sure I'm doing this at a resolution for a good print. Maybe a postcard. Or it's not low resolution, it's just not super high, because really getting higher than this really makes my computer chug a little bit whenever I save. Speaking of which, saved. I should do something with her tail. Darker. Say. So what is everyone up to? I know Lavelia's playing Pokemon Moon. I'm drawing. Nice. Oh, Rankinkin's pretending to write. Which I guess is better than not writing at all. Yeah. Yeah, I need to start scales in. I need to start really cracking down on planning for that little one shot. I can't talk about. Go with your cousin, why don't you take me bowling? EC spray. Nico, it's your cousin. Don't you take me bowling? Go rock and rolling. So how many laps do you have to do now? That's my question. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Cousin, why don't you take me bowling? Nice, yeah, that's... Poof. That's a lot of laps, but still, exciting. Yeah, and talking about it with my wife, it's like you're also going to be wearing... you'll have your monofin and all that, so that'll help quite a bit. Saying it's your cousin. Sorry, this is a fun song. Even though it's kind of terrible. But okay. Glow dodge. We're gonna do the scales. Oh, wrong there. Control D. Okay. Alright, so actually I'll ask everyone here, is you think it'd be a better idea to kind of do what I've been doing on this, and because I got two more. Oh, hello Brianna 028. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by music again. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I know, I'm terrible at that. Is when doing the voting for this, should I keep doing it where I do it before I start the stream and it's very limited voting? Or should I put up a Twitter and Instagram poll and have people vote on that throughout the day, determining what I work on? That way, when the stream starts, it's just what we get right into the stream. Poll. Okay, poll seems to be the go-to. And should I keep the selection, just the two more I have, or should I add more to it? So, wing it just to be contrary. So right now who I have left is Samus and Isabella. Should I add two more just to make it a nice 4? Add more is what Annie says. I think the longer someone might be in the poll. Yeah, well, if I really want to draw them, I'm just going to draw them. That's just kind of what I do is if I'm inspired. Like it's some kind of hit list. Yeah. Just cross off the faces. There was actually something satisfying about it. She connects me. Get some highlights. I don't know. I'd have to figure it out. Debating possibly someone from Overwatch. I could do that. Is move the faces over and cross them out. But I was also thinking if I get to a tied situation, it would go to the one that's been in the list longer. Jet black dress. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna do. You know, that's probably... Oh, come on. There we are. You are probably right on what the first tie will be. Alright. So... I don't want it to be pencil. Oh, shoot. I still have my pencil size. Okay, I want it. My pen. My revolution, it's me. Ooh, that is a... Oh boy. Can we salvage this moon? We'll salvage it in a little bit. Yeah, problem is the Instagram poll only allows 2 options. So I could probably just put up 2 stories. Just go with whichever one out of those, which allow people to vote twice, I guess, but it ain't perfect. So Giovanni29, I like your name. Dang, it turned out pretty good. Oh, I forgot it. Pearls carries me. Doing links on Instagram is not really, no, you can't. Instagram is very, I want to say limited, it's very restricted on. Yeah, it kind of is, but also it's kind of nice because then you're only getting, you don't get spammed with external stuff like you do on Facebook. didn't get her face. Okay. Ugh. Ooh. Who's in the stream? I know. Here it is. Oh yeah, Sea Spray. Yeah, I haven't said much Sea Spray, so I kind of forgot. I apologize for that. Should not forget Sea Spray. So... Excuse me. Lean a little on your friends, they will carry you. Just like, I hope they fix this frickin' null thing, because it is very annoying. I'm just like, I think I need to keep that background color, because I believe that's pretty dang close to Pink's complementary color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oop, wrong thing. Friends, they will carry you. Okay, have a good night, Movella. Movelia, sorry, I messed that up again. Thanks for joining. Okay. Ooh. Ah, where'd it go? Not really. I'm just messing with you. Thing I figured out today. Trying to give it that sense of being underwater without having to blur the heck out of everything. Trying to go over the edges. Really makes very nice. I'm glad I could make you happy. No, the umbrella is a great idea. It really helped balance out the picture. I'm gonna do an overlay there just to kind of warm stuff up. Yep. Exactly, Adam. Can't have mermaids getting wet in the rain. Especially if it's the whole water turns you into a mermaid rule. Blow dodge. Let's do straight down. To your side. Up, because watch my computer chug. It's probably affecting the stream. Yeah, not too much. To your side. Excuse me. Okay. I think it's pretty much done. If someone has some good insight. That's, yeah, it happens. Let's get Rachel's opinion because she's the professional.
I like it.
Okay. Thank you. Turned out way better than it had any right to, so that's a good thing. Okay, well, let's save. That is the wrong window to save. There we are. What we're gonna do here real quick, since you're all whoop. There we go. I feel like that's a good way to end the thing. And which layer? Nope, wrong layer. Did that take away the... Nope. Ah. 2 down. Oop, 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 wrong. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you everyone for joining. Nope, wrong window. There we are.